What's up? What's up? What's up?
We're gonna play telepathy.
Yes.
We're gonna see how much they know each other, and we're gonna see how much we all know each other.
The Bluetooth is on.
Oh, that's what it is. Hey, bro, get the airdrop. Airdrop.
I got you.
me.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
We're gonna play a serious game. YouTube.
P1Harmony ain't never deceived your boys.
Ready?
June, you ready? All right.
I'm ready.
June, what the hell, bro?
Hey, we got it right.
We did.
Like,
Try it.
that's so simple.
I'm gonna be honest, nobody thought that.
Yeah.
We have the third infamous segment where we drink tea and talk about life.
In December, this past December, we was in Toronto.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
true. We did.
For what?
We just went to like see the Niagara Falls and the lights and all that stuff. And like we went with our whole family and stuff like that. It was pretty fun. But like we honestly couldn't really find anything to do.
Toronto. I feel like this is such a hard question, especially if you live, if you're from that place.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, what do you do now? I don't know.
But like if a friend, like if I was to like if I hit you up like yo, I'm going to Toronto, what should I do? Like apart from Niagara Falls.
You know, I love amusement parks. I love rides. Like, I feel like Six Flags is mid.
Bro, we used to
compared
work
to-
at Six Flags.
Oh my
That was our
bad.
first job.
Shout out to Six Flags. There's this place called Canada's Wonderland.
Canada's Wonderland.
Yeah, it is you can't compare it to the rides out in Six Flags. It's so crazy. Like,
Is
it's
it
so
scary?
It's scary. It's fun.
I want to do that.
Yeah, it's really fun. So I've been meaning to take the guys to. He hates roller coasters. So.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Yeah.
We good.
I love
Yeah,
roller
I get headaches,
I love roller coasters.
Roller coasters is the
Yeah.
best thing ever.
I
I
used to
hate
love
going
it.
to roller coasters with him because he just wants to go to the go-karts. I want to go to Superman.
I feel like Toronto, like Canada itself, there's a lot of beautiful, nature.
Yeah.
Like reserves and
I
stuff
think
like
even
that.
Niagara Falls, when we went, it was like so much fog. Like
Yeah.
we could barely see it, to be
It's
honest.
the Niagara Falls on the Canadian side is a lot better than the American side.
Oh, you talking about New York, right?
Yeah.
We did bungee jumping.
We didn't do. It was zip lining.
Zip lining.
You know the zip line thing?
Weird.
It was
It was in-
there.
it
It
was
was
in-
like
Oh
right
wait,
on-
no,
I
I
was
see
there.
now.
I was
think
there.
I
Was
do.
there.
Yeah,
I
was
was
there.
so scared, bro.
Oh, were you?
Hey, he was shaking.
Crazy.
I was just excited.
I was paranoid. I'll show you a video. I was just sitting there like this.
I have a fear of heights too, though.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I
so,
can't
like-
do it.
He said, yeah, me.
Yeah, I can't do it. But I like roller coasters. So
Yeah,
it's
I
kind
know,
of
it's
like
weird.
contradict. Yeah, I don't know.
I went paragliding. I went bungee jumping.
went paragliding?
Yeah.
Skydiving?
Oh, that's my bucket list.
jumping.
I was watching a K-drama Crash Landing on You. You
Ah,
know that?
yeah.
And in the beginning they were paragliding. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's so fun. I really, bro.
You should try it. It's actually very fun.
I'm sure, bro.
What do you do for fun, huh?
I travel alone.
Oh,
That's what you
But
do
I
for
heard
fun?
you like camping. I
Yeah,
heard.
camping and
Oh,
Why?
that's cool.
You don't want to get eaten by a bear or something? Like, what happens? Maybe I'm pessimistic. I don't know. Like, what?
A bear is crazy.
because I'm INTJ, I think a lot.
Oh, interesting.
There are a lot of thoughts in my mind. So about life actually.
About life?
So
Is there any
Yeah,
thoughts you
just-
want to share with us?
Yeah.
whoa.
If it's not too dark, if it's too dark, then drop it. I don't want the dark stuff. You know what I mean? Give me the light.
I don't know how to explain in English, but
Go for Korean. I speak Korean.
Yeah.
oh really?
No.
Real
Why you believe in everything I say?
I'll speak Korean and
Yeah, go,
Trans
go, go.
Canadian.
Yeah.
행복이라는 거에 대해서 생각을 했었는데
Happiness.
행복,
Okay.
happiness.
Of course. I told you, stop doubting me.
진짜 Korean.
Really Korean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, go.
근데 행복하다라는 거는 계속해서 있는 그 상태가 아니고 순간적인 감정이라는 얘기인 거야. 그래서 우리가 항상 얘기하는 행복하자라고 얘기하는 거는 어떻게 보면 인생에 대한 만족감이나 안정감을 행복이라고 부르는 게 아닐까라는 얘기가 있었는데 그걸 듣고 행복에 대해서 다시 생각해보고 내가 만족하고 있는가, 내가 안정감을 갖고 있는가를 생각하면서 그렇다고 하면 내가 행복하구나라고 생각하게
그래서 행복이라는 게 너무 순식적인 것이 있기 때문에
행복이 순간 막 선물 받고 막 행복해 이런 거기 때문에 사람들이 얘기하는 행복하자라는 거는 근데 계속 행복하자는 거잖아. 그럴 수가 없다는 거지. 어떻게 보면 사람들이 말하는 그 행복하자는 만족감이랑 안정감을 얘기하는 게 아닐까.
그게 진정한 행복이라는
그게
거지.
진정한
Okay. So he says that, he's been thinking a lot about what it means to be happy and what it means to find happiness.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, and a lot of the time, a lot of people are like, let's be happy, and you know, he feels like happiness is such a temporary thing. Like you can get a gift, or you can get like, you know, just some sort of affection, you'll feel happy, but it only lasts for you know, a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And so he's been thinking about how can he feel real happiness, and he's heard this one person say that real happiness comes from how satisfied you are with your life and how at ease you are with where you are right now, in the present. And so he tries to find, you know, real happiness through, you know, constantly asking himself, is he happy? You know, is he satisfied with what he's doing? Is he satisfied with, you know, how he's living his life right now? And he tries to find happiness by being satisfied with himself, which is, you know, I feel like sometimes it kind of translates to being like just being at peace with yourself. And he feels like that's real happiness, and that's happiness that has longevity. And so yeah, he's been thinking about.
That's crazy. I was thinking about that yesterday. I swear to God.
Oh.
Because I think that, just like you said, happiness is very temporary. And I actually posted something on my story about peace, right? The tranquility, and how that's temporary. You know, like when you're at peace, like once you realize you're at peace, that's when you are not no longer on peace, right? Like if you're chilling like this and you're like, wow, I'm happy. Once you realize you're happy, it
goes
leaves.
away. Yeah.
So it's very temporary, right? And it's the same thing with happiness. I feel like I don't think happiness is attainable.
Yeah.
But I think that's what makes happiness. Because like people can say they're happy, but like happiness is merely just solving problems, right? So like if you have a problem right now, if you solve it, right, it's just a creation to another problem. But you solving that problem is a rush of like happiness.
Right.
But it leaves. I agree with that wholeheartedly. The reason why I'm always happy is because I'm satisfied with the present moment.
And the reason, so that's so interesting, because I am always looking in the future.
I don't.
So even in the moment, I am grateful, granted, but
You're always thinking about the future?
5 years from now, what's life gonna look like, right?
He's not satisfied.
I'm not very present person, right? I'm always thinking about the next thing.
Yeah, that's reasonable too, though. I feel like it's important to think about the future, but I'm also very like that as well. So I always try to tell myself that it's important to live in the moment, because once you're too focused and stuck up on the future, you end up missing up the stuff you can experience now.
Yeah.
And so I try to always tell myself to live in the moment, live in the flow. You know, like I said earlier, I honestly don't believe nothing is in our control. Like there's nothing we can do to, you know, prevent the things that will happen, and there's nothing we can do to do anything. Like things will happen if it's meant to happen.
Right.
And so might as well just enjoy it while you have it right now, and you know, just have fun. You know, it's no reason to, you know, think too much. And it's hard for me to do. I say it, but it's hard for me to do it too, because I'm an overthinker. Like I'm always thinking. Like, I'm like, like what do I do? Like what should I do? Like what am I gonna do about this? What am I gonna do about that? And it's like so annoying to live in that headspace. So I have to constantly just tell myself like, you know, we're so busy. It's so hard to even just live today. So why are we thinking about tomorrow?
Yeah, right.
Like just think about what you have to do today first.
If you're always thinking about this, then for the rest of your life, you're always gonna think about what's next,
Right.
and you're never going to live your life.
Right.
And so when you take when that's the approach, then there's a problem, right? Like something needs to change there. But like I know and I recognize, but I don't apply because it's really difficult. Things are much easier said than done.
The reason why I think of the present and not worry about the future is because I think that I'm an optimist. I feel like the future will work itself out if I focus on the present. If I think of the future will be horrible. You know, our past selves is what made us who we are today, right? So our present selves will make us who we are in the future. So if you just focus on now and just focus on making a beautiful video right now, the future will work itself out.
And literally, no, I completely think like that now too. Because even I feel like being in P1Harmony and having this job, same as you guys, there's no guarantee for success, for failure, for anything. It's how we work every single day, right now, that'll manifest to what'll happen in the future.
100%.
And so sometimes, like, even the 6th we'll sit down and be like, what do we do? Like, what should we do next? Like, how are we gonna, you know, make this year ours? How are we gonna do this and that? And honestly, at the end of the day, no matter how much we think, there's nothing we can do about it.
Literally.
there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do possibly right now, anything like to change how it'll end up. Just we gotta work hard right now, do our best right now, and
be satisfied with
right now. And if it works, it works. Thank God. If it doesn't, then
try something else.
Then maybe this just wasn't the right time and this wasn't the right opportunity. There's we're still young. We have so much life to live. Yeah, and so I'm just chilling. Like as long as I feel satisfied and I feel like I'm doing my best right now, then I have nothing to lose.
That's all that matters.
But then that still doesn't take away from the fact that you still think.
I think that's human nature.
You know what I mean? I think people are just different, right? I think some people can make the switch and some people are like that for life. But I think what's important is recognizing, like you, for example, you know that things are going to work itself out, right? But you also still think, right? But you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's important, right? For you, in your case, there was a shift that happened, right, for you, right? Because like there was a moment early on where he would say his biggest fear was not being successful.
That was when I was a kid, though.
That was ages ago, right? And there was a moment where a shift happened, right? Where
that was the hope.
The shift was the hope. So I wanted to ask you, right, like, what changed?
I believed in what we was doing. I just believed that this will work and we'll find a way to work. And if it doesn't work on the time we want it to work, it wasn't the time. But it will eventually work, whether it's in 2 days, 5 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
I believe in the product.
Wow.
And so since I believe in it, it doesn't matter when it happens. Let's just enjoy the road. Let's just enjoy the progress and know that the finish line will come one day, as opposed to me not knowing if I was lost, bro. Like I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what was going on. You know, I was getting good grades in school, but that didn't mean a thing, you know, because I just wanted to be happy, doing something fun, doing some dope stuff. And so just me sitting down here talking to you guys, just me sitting down at the crib, reacting to stuff with him, and just, you know, making funny, you know, remarks and learning new music. All of that is fun to me, you know what I mean? So I'm not doing it like a job. It's just hella fun because I know it will, like, the success is side effects. Like I'm having a blast.
I'm very happy for you, and I think that's such a healthy way to think and approach. You know, because it's like there's too much stuff to think about.
Yeah,
you know, it's like
so much.
Yeah, and honestly, for me too, before I debut, I was very, very optimistic. I was like, screw it, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna have a fun time.
It's gonna be a breeze.
You know, if I debut or not, it's gonna be fun. Like I'm glad for the experience. But after I debut, it became such a hard. Like I was like, oh my god, like we have to do this, that, tomorrow what I'm gonna do, blah blah blah. But now I'm trying to go back into my old roots and be like, you know what?
We good.
It's not that serious.
Right.
It's not that serious.
Yeah.
We're doing great. We're doing great.
You guys could probably also relate to this because I think it's made an impact on us. But like the fans, like the amount of support and effort and love that they put into like trying to support you, it really goes a long way, right? Because it helps you. Like I personally want to like thank everyone that's been enjoying our show and that's been supporting you guys as well. Like it's really like it's really what helps you keep going, right? Like when you get a message that says, yo, I love your video so much. I'm in school, but I can't wait to come off, and like it makes you feel like you're doing something
good.
Even if you're not changing the world, right? Even if it's just like really small, like you're actually making a difference, right?
I feel like we're able to communicate so much better these days. So it's like easy to just call them your friends. Like whenever I go on live or anything, it's just like I feel like I'm just talking to my friends. And like I can be honest, like I can just, you know, say whatever I want.
Right.
And they're all like just cool and chill about it. So it's
Yeah.
I'm just glad that people take us as who we are and we're able to, you know, do what we love at the same time and also get love and support for it. It's honestly a very thankful thing.
You coming into being an artist, right? Like you having to take on the leader role, right? Like how was that?
I'm sure our members, like especially Chiun, would know being on the sidelines and seeing me third person, it was the hardest thing.
Oh, was
ever. Yeah, I was like, I literally thought probably 100 times to just go to the people and be like, yo, I can't do this. Like, you gotta change it up. I'm sorry.
Did you guys talk about this together? Like,
all the time.
a lot.
Really?
Yeah, because I didn't know what it meant to be a good leader. And it was my first, I was like, this is my third day out here, like, you're telling me this. Like, what do you want me to do?
I don't know.
And they're like, and like so many people are like, as a leader, you should be doing this. As other people are saying, as a leader, you should be doing that. And the leader that was, you know, was like our trainee leader before me was like, he was very, very strict. So I thought like, oh, maybe I should be like that, but that's totally not me. But you know, I felt like because that's what I saw, I thought that's what was right. So it took me so long to figure it out. And to these guys, I felt really bad for these guys too, because they were just sitting there watching me act crazy, like as a leader, because they were like, what is wrong with it? And I'm like, oh, like blah blah blah.
Is that how you was acting?
In the beginning, in the first half, I was a little like, I was like, whoa. But it took me some time to, you know, develop a system that worked and what was right for me. And so right now we're chilling, but like for the longest time, it was such a burdening and such a hard thing for me to handle because I didn't know what was right or wrong. And there was just so much people expecting me to act a certain way or be a certain way. And everyone had their own different definition of what a leader was. And they were all telling me their own stuff. So I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm a kid.
Did you go to like other like leaders of different groups?
Yeah, especially like even our own company, like SF9, like there's this guy, Young Bin Young, he's the leader of SF9. He used to tell me, he was like, don't change at all.
Good.
Like there's so many people around you that'll tell you gotta be like this, you gotta be like that, but there's no answer. There's no right or wrong answer. Just be yourself. And even still to this day, that advice kind of sticks with me because it's at the time I was like, yeah, I get it, but it didn't really apply. But now I'm like, yeah.
When I watch some of you guys' videos online, like you give off more of like a mom of the group that's really relaxed, laid back. It's like the mom that you would do everything with. Yo, you shouldn't be doing that, but if you want to try it, go for it.
That's good.
But you know, just learn by yourself.
Man, Keho's a W leader, bro.
How was it like seeing the transition for him? Like you saw him be like,
like acting all tough for
all tough,
Bro, like,
and then just to ease off. Like how was that?
Yeah,
for you, outside looking.
I was a little confused.
Who is this guy?
Like,
Which part is real?
Because we've been spending time a lot. Maybe like, it was like 3 years.
Yeah.
Now it's 6 years actually, but that wasn't Kehoe that I've known. I could feel that his burden and he's getting a lot of responsibility.
Right.
I feel he's really having a tough time, and I try to help him.
That's amazing.
Too.
Everyone was on their tippy toes. Like everyone was fighting. I was fighting with him. I was like, it was just not the brightest moment, but I feel like because of that, we were able to get out and like be so, like you said, like fight and get through stuff. I feel like it's so important to, you know.
I personally commend you for even being able to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean,
like
because we're
that's
over
so
it now.
mature. It's no, but
We're
it's
over it
mature
now.
to recognize. You recognize that, yo, this is what I was and this is what I am now, right? Like you even being able to voice that. A lot of people are very prideful, right? They would just change, but they would never talk about it, right?
Yeah.
I gotta show the kicks on this one. Do you believe that there is a time in your childhood when you can look back and think, this is the reason why I'm sitting here today?
Ooh.
Like something in your childhood that molded you to who you are today? You can go crazy, Jim. It looks like you thinking this part of your thoughts or something. This part of you.
I think it's when I was 17. It was kind of like 수련회. How can I call it 수련회?
Like a retreat, like a school retreat. Yeah, like a school retreat, like a trip.
I performed in front of the whole student in my high school.
Wow.
And I rapped and sang. And then it was like it was 처음이었어. 그 고등학교 들어가자마자 간 여행이었어. 그래서 뭐 아는 사람이 한 명도 없었어.
So it was like the first trip as soon as he got into high school, so no one knew each other. So it was kind of like everyone just was strangers.
Yeah.
And so it was his first time.
And that moment I asked them to stand up and sing along.
Hey, okay.
Then they did. Every single person sang along with me, and like they were dancing and they're enjoying. I saw that. I felt like this is it.
This is what I wanted.
This is what I wanted.
Wow,
So that was the shift.
Right.
Definitely for me too, I feel like my high school years really shaped me as a person. Like before I got into high school, I had the worst stage fright. I would not be able to sing in front of anyone.
Oh, I cannot imagine that.
Not even in front of my family too. Like I was just like very reserved with my singing because I was just so scared of what people would think about it. And so I wasn't able to sing in front of anyone. And then I don't know what made me take that brave step forward. But I told my mom, I was like, I want to go to art school. And I was like, what? And all my middle school friends were like, you can sing? I was like, yeah, a little bit. I think, and it worked. And then in school, what happened was you'd have to do solos like every other month. So you have to practice a solo and sing in front of people constantly. For the first full year of my high school year, I'd always sing in front of people like shaky legs. Like I would sing like this.
Wow. Really?
Because I was so nervous like every single time.
Yo, that's so
interesting. And so it was so boot camp for me because it was like I had to be so out of my comfort zone, and I hated my vocal class in high school every single day. Like it's literally I was so scared to go into that classroom every single time because I didn't want to sing in front of people.
Wow.
And so that first year was really, really difficult for me. But now I look back and I'm like so glad I took that extra step forward and was brave enough to make that decision for myself because nobody made me do it. Like I made that decision for myself. And at the moment I was like, why did I do this?
That's what I'm thinking right now.
Why did I do this?
There had to have been a point.
That was God.
That was like that shifted your perspective. That was like, I'm gonna just try.
It was so random too.
Crazy.
And so I did, and it was weird because it was not even my feeder school. So I went to this school not knowing anyone.
Wow.
So I was in there by myself, like a loser, like eating lunch by myself, having to sing in front of all these people, like, please,
No.
please get me out of here. But after
But
the
you
first
stayed.
year, at the second year, I started getting better. And I think especially during my high school years, as it went by, I made a lot of friends. And I also learned during my high school years that it's not important to have a lot of friends. Like I realized that it's really okay to keep your circle small and have like really important, like 2 or 3 people.
It's much better, honestly.
Yeah, and then the rest, you can call them acquaintances, you call them friends, but like
They're not
you
close.
just really, you just really need your people.
Right.
And I think because since elementary school, middle school, I was kind of like the hopper, I go here, I like fit with anyone, just go with anyone and everyone, but hey, what's up? But at the end of the day, I look back, there was no one that was really
There for you.
there for me, because I was just there for everyone else. And so you know what? Like when I was in high school, I was like, screw it, I don't need that type of energy. I'm just gonna keep the people that really care about me and the people I really care about in my own circle and just keep it like that. And I think I kind of matured a lot in high school to realize that kind of early on. So that's why like even now like P1Harmony are the only people I care about. Like there can be other people that I can call friends and like hang out and like just have a cool fun chat with, but at the end of the day, like my members are my members. Like that's family. But like no one else. Yeah.
And that's the best time to be selfish.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Boom.
You literally faced your fear. You understand?
Literally. And it's so hard for me to do that, putting myself in uncomfortable situations.
It was so uncomfortable.
And that's why you're here today, bro.
Yeah, I'm so
Come
thankful.
on.
I'm so
You too,
thankful.
G. Bro, you didn't, you know what I mean?
Wow, that's
Beautiful,
amazing,
man.
bro.
These
That's
stories,
amazing.
I love these stories so much, and I'm glad that you guys were able to like share that here.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever said this before too.
To end this beautiful episode, which I wish we could have just talked way longer, honestly, but what are your future plans going forward as P1Harmony? Now let's talk about P1Harmony.
Yeah, let's
since
talk
that's
about
your
P1Harmony.
family, that's the kid. What's the future plans? What is it looking like? I know there's a comeback that's already out by now, or maybe coming out in a couple days. But what does the future look like for you?
As we always say, just enjoy our music, enjoy what we're doing, and share love.
Please.
And make people laugh. That's
I'm
it.
laughing
That's
right
enough.
now, man. You're doing it good, brother.
It's enough. That's
enough.
That's enough.
yeah. That's all we want to do.
When this video is out, I'm sure our new album, Harmony,
Will be
All In will be out as well. Our
Yeah,
title song, Jump, will be out.
Okay.
Yes, Jump.
Were we jumping over buildings?
Yes, I know.
I don't know.
It's called Jump. We personally like this track a lot. Like we had this track recorded during Doom to Doom, so it was like a long time ago. But we were like, we need this song out as soon as possible. So we really like the song. We hope our fans like it as well. And we have this year. I mean, the first half of this year has been so good to us. A whole bunch of shows. Just a whole bunch of stuff. So we really hope it manifests to a better year. Better 2023. But I know we're gonna be traveling a lot too.
Expect me there, bro. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make sure I make these concerts this
Exactly,
time.
yeah.
I'm trying to be there.
Yeah.
If y'all listening in the back.
We usually do our outros, but I really want you guys to end this video for us.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This was
지웅.
and Kyo from P1Harmony.
Yes, sir.
Please give a like, subscribe, comment down what your favorite color is.
Oh,
Yeah.
We'll be
okay.
looking. I'll be looking
Nice.
on my private YouTube account.
And make sure you comment too.
On your private YouTube account.
And one thing I want to say, you're beautiful.
Oh, so beautiful.
What was that?
Man, you look like magic.
Please look out for Jump. Please stream it. Please watch the music video. We appreciate it a lot. We appreciate FO Squad.
Thank you.
And we hope to be back very soon. Thank you so much for watching, guys.
We out.
Peace.